Hi, it's Jay from Iridescent Tarot, back with some more sparkle for you. Winter has descended upon us. I would like to go through some of my more wintry feeling decks, just to kind of give some inspiration for the winter season and see what things are calling out to me to work with this winter. Let's start out right on the nose. Winter Waite Redo by Tarot Collectibles. It's got the juicy stars and everything. I'm sorry for the ring light glare, but the super holographic stars on this just make it feel like it's snowing. Okay, without the ring light, this is what it looks like, and it's just so sparkly and so pretty. I don't have a ton of themed decks. Like the Boo Tarot is my only Halloween tarot, and this is my only like winter themed deck, but it's just so perfect for the winter time, for Christmas time. It's just so fun, and I don't know, I don't love the cardstock on this, and it's not one that gets like a ton of views, but this, it's just so fun. I don't know. That's it's fun winter. It is something that I look forward to at the end of the year getting to use because of just the fun nature of it. And yeah. If this and my Boo Tarot are the only like seasonal themed decks I have, the thing they have in common is the holographic elements of them. So that's how you get me, apparently. Oh, and for the curious among us, we've got our nail polish, the same as my last video, this combo, and my perfume is Paper Moon from Nocturne Alchemy. The Lacrimosa Tarot. This is a deck that I had very much slotted in as a wintertime deck. Deep, dark depths of winter, wintertime sadness. Like, I really had this slated for winter. And then on Deck Connectors Club, Erin, the Witch of Saturn, was like, why wouldn't you use this around Halloween time? And she was so right. It really was great around Halloween, but I do want to revisit it now that we're in the cold depths of winter. Also by Rose Bay, we have these Blue Bones Oracle. This deck has gotten a lot of use since its arrival in my collection. I feel like it would go really well with Lacrimosa Tarot in the depths of the winter. This blue melancholy energy really lends itself to that quiet, slumbering midwinter vibe. And I just think it's like an excellent depth of winter deck, and I'm excited to use it in this season. Circle of Doors Tarot. For some reason, I just feel like this very dark black bordering, the images almost have like this vignette on the corners that like circles you in, like focuses your eye in on the center of the image. And something about that just feels wintry. Like, it's almost like the opposite of snow. There's so much snowfall. It covers the trees, it's covering the ground, it's everywhere, and you can only kind of see things that aren't snow focused in. It kind of does that same thing, but with the black border, with the black corners. Yeah, this just darkness really makes me feel like it's winter, a winter deck. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got Scarab and Dahlia, which maybe it's the silver gilding, but like the white borders, now this brings us back into the snow as well. Just like the crispness, the sharp images, the color palette sometimes just makes me feel like there's something about this that also can read very wintry. I don't know. Sticking with that like light fresh snow, we have the Death Doula Oracle. Again, something about that like covered in snow with pinpoint, something to focus on for the backs, and then the white crisp borders. This, with the depth of work that this deck demands, I feel like the theming of this, where Death Doula Oracle, it's focused on the concept of death, and in the winter when foliage dies, it just feels like a winter deck to me. And I did struggle working with this deck in our Deck Connectors Club episode. If you want to watch that, you'll learn more, but I do feel like I didn't give it enough of a fair shot, and so I am committed to working with it a bit more before I decide on whether it's going to get rehomed or not. This image in particular just reads so winter to me. The tree is barren. It's like got this frosty cold air up top. So yeah, Death Doula. Prisma Vision's 10th anniversary. There are a lot of cards in this deck that depict snow, but because I bought this 10th anniversary edition with the holographic background and the, you know, like shiny detailing, I just feel like this is such a snowy, wintry, Christmassy season deck now. Because I love the way this looks so much, I will use it year round, but I think just like the Suit of Swords is so wintry, and thus this deck feels like winter to me. Similar to that deck, this Blue Earth Tarot that I just filmed a walkthrough of with its silver gilding just feels very crispy too. Crispy, crisp winter, like the stark white on some of the cards. And one of the things that the creator said that she really loves is the look of plants when they've died in the winter and have snow covering them. She has incorporated a lot of those images into her collage works. This is cyanotype processing, and so even though there are like so many different photographs in this deck, they all are blue, and something about this deck with these blue bones, chef's kiss. So beautiful, so beautiful. And I think it's very, very wintry. Reclaim Oracle. For me, the winter season does really lend itself well to deep diving into shadow work, and there is no better deck for me to do that with than the Reclaim Oracle. So while it has this nice deep black background, and that makes it feel a little bit wintry cold to me, it's more about the work that this deck can assist with. And I do work with this year round, but I feel like it's super amenable to winter. And similar to Reclaim, the Poesis Oracle, I also feel like can lean wintry. I had said to Erin, the Witch of Saturn, that I feel like the Poesis Oracle is Reclaim, but if you generalize it to like an oracle that isn't hyper specific focused on emotions, and she definitely agrees, but I feel like it has that same je ne sais quoi. Like it's got this something about it that is so visceral, and you can feel it, and the images really put you in the place of the title in the same way that Reclaim does. And this is more of an all-rounder deck, and so I feel like because of that, it's like almost a Reclaim extension for me. And it's got that same limited color palette, the darkness to it, and then this book of poetry, which is just so beautiful, and I feel like is really great for deep diving into in the wintertime. So there you have it. Those are my 10 winter decks, really hunkering down to do some good work with them. And I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and I will talk to you later. Signing out.